Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
I'm Jake McDonough, one of the co-owners of Woodware. I work with Drew and my dad Brian, and we've been here for a long time. We have a great relationship with G-Stone Motors. They've always taken great care of us. I remember when I was a kid riding in G-Stone box trucks. The G-Stone service department has been great. They get us back on the road as soon as we need. If we don't have our vehicles, we're not doing business, and so they always make sure that we're able to operate, at our highest level. It's been a great relationship.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Well, race fans, it's another Tuesday night. That means it is time to go racing here with the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series presented by the 802 iRacing League. Tonight, it is round number 2 here at the Volusia Raceway Park in Florida after last week's, season opener, knocking the rust off. It was a great race. 35 laps back there at Charlotte, where it was actually Chad Lackey able to pick up a victory. And a lot of drivers in those heat races and that LCQ that just didn't quite get it figured out. A lot of the drivers that you would expect to be towards the top, well, they didn't make it last week into the feature. Tonight, though, is a brand new night. So you heard me say it. Chad Lackey picked up the win last week. Who will put their name in the record book here this season with picking up a win? We're about to all find out together. I do have to give a big shout out to a couple of the sponsors, though. We may have missed one last week, and, Brandon, we got to say sorry, my friend. It just didn't make the top of the list there. Sorry, buddy. BG Graphics, race fans, if you're looking for a poster or even one of the wraps on some of these iRacing.com machines, BG Graphics over there, Brandon Guerin can get you looking in tip-top shape. We got to thank Expert Installation for coming on board this season. They will be providing the top 3 finishers of the season, the championship season, with some trophies at the end of the year. Mr. Radier's Auto Service, the Lattisaur family, they're picking up the hard charger bonus this season, and it is going to be $5 every race to the driver that picks up the most spots in the feature event. And of course, the Super Dirt Car Series coming on board. They are going to do the heat race passing points again this year, so keep a look at these heat races as they are just about coming up. You can start to see those drivers start to make their way to the front straightaway. We'll talk more about that later on here this evening. But as I said, it is time to get the Super Dirt Car Series heat races underway here, so let's not waste any more time. Let's go right down here. This is how they're going to line up for heat race number 1. 8 laps the distance, 5 to qualify out of this heat. Scotty Rione will start on the pole here tonight. And right alongside him, the driver, car number 79, that'll be Dean Reynolds. Shane Billings, car number 17, will roll from 3rd here tonight, while Speedy Brissett in the 03 entry will go from 4th. Jeff Sharp in the number 28 Thunder Ridge Racing Stables will start from the 5th starting spot, while Randall Dixon, car number 11, will go from 6th. Mason Haney in car number 89 will go from 7th. Andrew Regal here tonight, making his first start of the season. He will roll from the 8th starting position. Shane Pearson there in car number 93 will roll from the 9th starting spot. You heard us talk about it. You heard us say it. It is going to take 5 drivers out of this first heat race here tonight. A stacked heat race. Just like the rest of the field here, we talk about heat races being stacked. You can make a point for these heat races to be features and the last chance qualifiers to be features. These drivers, top notch. I can tell you, they always get me to come back every season. I always say at the end of the year, I'm done. I'm going to hang up the microphone, hang up the headset, and walk off into the sunset. But then they come knock and they say, "Hey, Roger, how about one more go at it?" And I say, how do you turn down an offer to come out here to talk about some of the best drivers on the iRacing.com platform, whether they're the weekend stars that you see at your racetrack, the tech, officials, whether it's just an average Joe like you and me, race fans. Anybody can come out here. I say anybody, but not everybody can be these drivers. 8 laps the distance, though. Green flag into the air here tonight. Top 5 drivers will make it into the feature out of the heat races. And a big push that time out of Scotty Rione down to turn number 1. Scott Rione, car number 4, goes from the pole now to being on the bubble. Lap number 1 here tonight at Volusia will go to Dean Reynolds. It's Reynolds, Brissett, Sharp, Billings, and Rione on the bubble. Dixon on the outside, Pearson on the outside, Haney and Regal back there at the tail. Talk about these drivers and how hard it can be to race against them. Scotty Rione found out how it can be leading off from the pole. We'll get the words all flowing here tonight at some point. There you see Rione back there. He is the 5th position right now for Scotty Rione. Reynolds up front and has about 4 car lengths over the 0-3 of Speedy Brissett. There you see him. Speedy Brissett holding off Shane Billings. Billings out there streaming all of his races here with the 802 series from his point of view as you see him look to the inside. Maybe a slide job up on Scotty Rione, and they're going to bang bars, and up out of the groove goes the number 17 of Shane Billings. Billings goes from battling for the 2nd spot, and now he'll make a little contact, and he'll exit stage left. That's going to put him into a last chance qualifier. I was just about to talk about how he's streaming his point of view over on his Twitch page, and sometimes he says some not nice things. I'm sure right now some of those not nice things are being said. Scotty Rione is going to benefit from that. He'll move 1 spot off the transfer. Now the transfer will go back to these 2 drivers. Another slider. That's going to be the number 83 of Shane Pearson taking a slider there on Regal and Haney. So put Shane Pearson up 4 spots here in this heat race. Now finds himself on the transfer spot. White flag is up. It'll be one more time around here in the first heat race of the evening. Dean Reynolds looking like he's going to walk away with this one. We're keeping it locked right here on this transfer spot. Slider coming here. Mason Haney going to make some contact. How about it? Andrew Regal going to come out. So it'll be Reynolds, Brissett, Sharp, Rione, Regal getting in after that slide job by Haney and Pearson coming together. They have to go to a last chance qualifier. So Reynolds holding on to that one, leading from the start of that heat race. Got a little dicey there towards the end. But just like that, we're going to have another one. Starting on the front row here this time, he's making his first start of the season. He's not a rookie, though. That's going to be car number 57. That'll be Brian Lawson. Lawson, car number 57, going from P number 1. To the outside of him, driver who finished on the podium last week. Looks like transponder reading car number 75 here this week. It'll be Trevor Giroux in car number 75. Last week's winner, car number 66, that'll be Chad Lackey going from 3rd, while Matt Barber picked up an LCQ win. Let's see if he can stay out of the LCQ here tonight, but he'll start from 4th. Steve Ritter is here tonight, car number 16, making his first ever start on the dirt side of things. And then making another first-time starter, car number 313. Starting in 6th, that'll be David Tomasi. Tomasi in car number 313. Glenn Sharp, car number 99, will roll from the 7th starting spot, while Shane Pierce, car number 88, out of Canada, will roll from 8th. Making another first-time start on the series, car number 210. That'll be Barry Wallace. Barry Wallace in the 210 entry here tonight. That is your starting lineup for heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 brought to us by our friends over at Super Dirt Car Series. Super Dirt Car Series on board here with the 802 series. Super Dirt Car Series, you can find them up and down, well, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, down in Florida, and they're even headed to Ohio this coming year. Super Dirt Car Series, your premier 358 and Big Block Modified series all over the country. So who do you got this time? Is it Giroux? Is it Lackey? How about Barber? Can he stay out of a last chance qualifier? We're all about to find out this time, is because we're going to turn them loose this time out of turn number 4. Another 8 laps, 5 to qualify. Pace truck slowly off here tonight. Lawson going to hammer him down. Here we go. 8 laps the distance. Lawson going to slide up in front of Giroux. Giroux going to try to cross him back over. Not going to be able to do it. Maybe a slider, though, in 3. Does he slide up? Not going to be able to do it. He'll hold tough onto that second spot. It'll be Lawson, though, across the line. Lawson, Giroux, Barber, Lackey, Ritter, the top 5 positions. Look at Lawson get that bite from center off and just hammers down the back straightaway. Giroux trying to hold off Barber. Barber's up there running that outside lane also. As the sun goes down and the stars come out here tonight, we're going to see that groove go from the middle to the top. By the end of this one, it'll be right back down around the bottom side of the speedway, I do bet, here tonight. We're going to come by this time. We're going to see 5 laps to go. One driver working the bottom sides. That's that yellow number 66. That'll be Chad Lackey. Lackey trying to pick up that 3rd spot. Not going to be able to that time. By at the line. Steven Ritter is holding that final transfer spot. There you see him making his first ever dirt side appearance. Lackey and Giroux still. Giroux just trying to hold on to that 3rd position. Barber did get P number 2. Biggest mover so far here in this heat race is going to be the number 16 of Matt Barber. Barber currently sitting there in P2. Still going to have 3 laps this time by. 3 laps to get it done. Wallace back here, still hanging on just to the tail of this field. That's Wallace and Tomasi back there. Sharp sitting 1 spot out, and that yellow, green, blue-rimmed number 99 for Sharp as the old popsicle sticks are in the air that time. It'll be 2 more times around as Matt Barber closes in on the race leader. He'll take a peek to the outside down the back straightaway. Nowhere to go. Both drivers, Lawson and Barber, running the outside lane. Does look like Barber going to dive it off just a little bit as the white flag is displayed. One more time around the Volusia Raceway Park here tonight. Who's going to pick up heat race number 2? One final trip into turn 3 and 4. Looking at the top 5. This time it's going to be Brian Lawson. Not making last week's race. It'll be Lawson, Barber, Giroux, Lackey, and Ritter. They will all make it. Everybody else to the last chance qualifier here tonight. And the last chance qualifier, I told you guys it was stacked last week. It could have been a feature. Well, if I'm not mistaken, if I uno dosed and traced correctly here tonight, race fans, 37 drivers logging in here tonight at the virtual Volusia Raceway Park. Heat race number 3 now coming to the grid, and it's going to look like this. The number 23 of Joey Ladouceur will go from P number 1. Justin DeRosier back there in car number 29. 29D will roll from P number 2. Driver out of Pennsylvania, driving car number 7. That'll be Anthony Roselli. He'll go from P number 3. Kelly Wheeler, car number 11, starting into the 4th spot. Matt Taylor in the 151 entry will go from 5th. Then it'll be Rob Wall of the Wolfpack Racing G-Stone Motors, number 21. He'll start back into the 6th starting spot. How about last week's heat race winner, car number 20 of Cody Harris, going to have to come from deep in this one. It'll be Andrew Hainsley in the 126. He'll start in 8th. And the 04, or car number 4, actually, of Brandon Guerin, will start back P number 9. So another 9 drivers, 5 to qualify out of this one. Who do you have in this one, race fans? I'm looking at it. I see multiple-time feature winners in this heat race. along with, well, Rob Lowell. Trying to make the field here tonight, making his first start of the season. Or maybe you have somebody coming from the tail of the field. There's the BG Graphics number 4. Maybe Brandon has it. Maybe the pace truck will win. Doubtful. The pace truck did not come from our friends over at G-Stone Motors, I can tell you that. But hey, race fans, if you need a tow rig, G-Stone Motors has them in stock for you. Not only is it a good winter vehicle, it also get that trailer back and forth to the racetrack all season long. Head on over to G-Stone Motors and find it today. As the green flag is back in the air, here we go. Lattisaur and Rosier trying to hold off Anthony Roselli. Roselli going to run the middle, a little contact there. They're going to bunch them up. Everybody going to gather it back up and keep on ticking here. Lap number 1 going to go to Joey Lattisaur. Lattisaur holding on to it back at the transfer spot. Here comes Cody Harris. He'll jump up in front of the number 11 of Kelly Wheeler there. And that will put Cody Harris into the transfer spot for the time being. Here comes Wheeler back down side by side on the bottom side of the speedway. He'll roll the inside and one. A little hip check to the number 20 down in turns 1 and 2. Now the 11 of Wheeler back into the transfer spot. Things happen just like that. Brandon Guerin from the tail picking up the most spots so far. He's running 7th, still has 5 laps to go. He's got to pick up 2 more spots to get himself into a transfer spot to lock into the big dance here tonight. Take a peek back out front here with Mr. Radiator, number 23 of Joey Lattisaur. He's out front. Justin DeRosier back there in the 2nd position. Roselli is in 3rd. Taylor is in 4th. And Wheeler still holding on to that final transfer spot. Remember, looking at that top 5 here tonight, race fans. Also, taking a look at that Super Dirt Car Series passing points. We talked about Brandon Guerin picking up the most so far. You see him in the BG Graphics number 4. He's picked up 2 spots. Cody Harris has picked up 1. Matt Taylor has picked up 1. Talking about the Super Dirt Car Series Heat Race passing points as we get the white flag. Trevor Giroux is the Super Dirt Car Series passing points leader coming into the night. So the white flag being displayed, Joey Lattisaur not getting much pressure. He'll take this one. So Joey Lattisaur, Justin DeRosier, Anthony Roselli, Matt Taylor, and Kelly Wheeler will all advance. So Lattisaur picking up his first heat race of the season. And Mr. Radiator Auto Service, number 23, looking good. That'll put us to the final heat race of the evening, I do believe, and they're going to look like this. Starting on the front row with this one's going to be Clay Christofferson in car number 51. So Christofferson going to lead us to the green flag here tonight. Car number 76, starting P number 2, that'll be Ryland Banks. Banks in car number 76. Making his first start of the season, starting 3rd, that'll be the number 39 of Mike Brewer. Brewer in car number 39. Tyler Duff in car number 41 will roll from 4th here tonight. And how about the number 35? That'll be Harold Klump in car number 35. Ted York making his first start of the season. The 09 will roll from 6th starting spot here tonight. That'll be Sean Green in car number 27, rolling from 7th. Michael Vitale in car number 213 will roll from the 8th spot. And how about this driver starting from shotgun on the field? It's the 007. It's the Agent Bachman entry. Season number 3's champion going to have to come from way deep into this one. Will he have enough time here tonight? Christofferson, one of the drivers that finished on the podium last week in our season opener, has a good spot here to start this one to try and lock himself into the feature. Looks like the field is ready. That means we will come by green flag next time by. So there you see the 51, Christofferson. The Gator Tough number 76 of Banks to the outside. Brewer keeps throwing me off every time. For the longest time, he's always drove that Kubota number 39. Now he's got this Full Throttle Motorsports number 39 on here. Getting ready, green flag this time by 8 laps, 5 to qualify. 9 drivers out there. 4 of them going to a last chance. Brewer down around the bottom. Christopherson down around the bottom. Christopherson way down low. He'll throw the slider up on Banks. Banks going to have to hit the hooks. Lap number 1 going to go to Christopherson. Nuff down on the bottom side. He had Brewer for a moment, and Brewer just powerhouse back around the outside there. Everybody funneling in. There's Harold Klump. He's going to make a little contact there with Ted York. York was able to hang on to it as Klump backed out of it. The 213 there of Vitale is now trying to work his way in. Sean Green Bachman looks like he has had some problems here, so the 007 of Bachman is off the raceway. So Sam Bachman, who was starting 9th, it looks like he's going to have to start deep into an LCQ here tonight. 1 way up out of the groove. He's got 4 in the fluff. That is the number 35 of Harold Klump. Klump in the number 35 going way high wide. The 4 laps to go with still Christopherson, Banks, Brewer, Nuff, York, the top 5. Going to see 3 this time. Nuff still trying to work over Brewer, and this time I think he has it. Car number 41. Slide him up into P number 3. Brewer back there to running in 4th, and York, who is the transfer spot, is he? Now it's being shown as Vitale. At the line, give it to Michael Vitale. Vitale in the bottom side there, the 213, the yellow entry. Needs to hold on for another lap if he can, but that outside is going to get such a big jump down out of turn number 4. York hanging on to the outside as the white flag is being displayed. No problems out front for Clay Christopherson. We're keep it hooked right here. Final time through 3 and 4, and at the line, Christopherson, Banks, Nuff, Brewer, Vitale is going to come across. So Clay Christopherson going to pick up another heat race win. So Clay picking up that one. He'll have a good starting spot a little bit later on. Looks like 1 LCQ here tonight, race fans, and this is how they will make their way to the starting lineup for this one here. Let's take a look. This is your starting lineup brought to us by G-Stow Motors for the Last Chance Qualifier. Starting on the front row here in the Last Chance Qualifier, car number 89, Mason Haney. Haney in car number 89. And I'm actually looking at my notes, and I said last week I was going to get at least 1 week right, race fans. I messed it up already. It's Mason Hain in car number 89. Starting in car number 99, P number 2 here tonight, that'll be Glenn Sharp. Then that'll be Cody Harris, car number 20, starting in P number 3. Ted York in the 09 will roll from 4th. Shane Pearson, car number 193 in 5th. Shane Price in car number 88 then will roll from the 6th spot, while Brandon Garrett in car number 4 will start in 7th. Sean Green in the Mean Green, number 27 machine, will roll from 8th. Shane Billings from Deep, he'll start 9th. Barry Wallace in car number 210 will start in 10th. Rob Lowell in the Wolfpack Racing number 21 will start into the 11th spot. Harold Klump in car number 35 will roll from 12th. Starting 13th will be Randall Dixon in car number 11. Then it'll be David Tomasi in car number 313. Andrew Hainsley in car number 126 will start 15th. And Bachman, I am seeing him out there, so he will make the call for the time being on the 007. So there you have it, 16 drivers. And we will take 4 cars out of the Last Chance Qualifier. So 4 drivers gonna make it. Everybody else gonna have to go home here tonight. Lights are out all around the raceway. We are ready to go. 10 laps the distance here to qualify. Race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight. We hope you've enjoyed the show so far. Let's turn it up just a little bit as that wick is starting to burn down here tonight. The last chance qualifier is rolling here through 1 and 2 as the green flag has been displayed. Watching that top 4 there, you see the white line. That's where you want to watch tonight. Who's inside that top 4 will be the drivers that all advance. First lap. Oh, Mason's going to go around. Couple drivers having some problems here. We'll keep it locked right here as everybody was able to get going. One driver without a front right wheel, Cody Harris. It looks like he should be able to make his way off the track. So as everybody had a little bit of a problem there, we stay locked and going. It's Sharp, Brandon Guerin, Rob Lowell, Randall Dixon right now inside of those top 4 positions. Remember, top 4 go on. Everybody else goes home. Looking one driver down off the bottom of the speedway there. That's the 007 Sam Bachman. Got a little piece of the inside retaining wall as he went through turns 3 and 4. Randall Dixon has rebounded nicely. He was involved in a little bit of a scuffle, but right now, as they come to get 5 laps to go, he is in a transfer spot. He's got Harold Klump, Shane Billings, Ted York, and Bachman all behind him, though. One mistake, and that could change. Brandon Guerin's got a full rear bumper full of Randall Dixon. Dixon down to the bottom side. Here comes Harold Klump. Klump going to get that number 35 to the high side of that number 11. Will he be able to put the power down? A little contact that time off turn 2. Dixon going to try and run Klump up the speedway just a little bit. 3 laps to go. We're going to do it for Dale here. And a little hip check up. Out of the groove goes the number 35. That was Shane Billings that came through there and said, hey, laps are running down. I got to go. Ted York trying to get around now. That number 17 is Shane Billings. 2 laps to go as the popsicle sticks are being displayed. It'll be 2 more times around the speedway. Sharp, Lowell, Guerin, and Dixon. Can Rob Lowell make it in here out of the last chance qualifier? The white flag is up. Glenn Sharp trying to lead this from start to finish in the LCQ. Out of turn 4 to be Sharp across the line first. Lowell, Guerin, Dixon will all advance. Billings, York, Bachman all going to have to go home here tonight. Pierce, Tomasi, Green, Hansley, Klump, Wallace, Harris, all of them unfortunately not going to make the big dance here tonight at Volusia. Race fans, you see it just like that at the snap of the fingers. The lights are on. The field is set. 24 drivers getting ready to go 35 laps here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park. Well, right after we come back here, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to Volusia with the feature event brought to us by G-Stone Motors.
True, nor strong and There's broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Here's to our country markets, to the moms and the pops, to the 3 generations strong, to the lifeblood of our communities, for prepping our meals and lending a hand through the good times and challenging times.
I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time.
Thank you for always being there for us. Your friends at G-Stone Motors.
Welcome back to Volusia Raceway Park. Race fans, as we're getting ready to go feature racing here tonight. We got to thank all you race fans for tuning in here tonight on a Tuesday night to share, well, your wonderful Tuesday evening with us. Chad Lackey is your points championship leader coming in. Trevor Giroux and Clay Christopherson, your top 3 in the points championship standings coming in. The Super Dirt Car Series passing points awarded to each driver that made a pass during the heat race. Well, Trevor Giroux also on top of that championship standings. Just 2 of the standings that we are taking a look at throughout the entire season. We also got to thank Mr. Radiator Auto Service for coming on board for the Hard Charger in our feature event all season long. Feature event, Hard Charger getting $5 awarded every week in iRacing credits at the end of the event. So that's always something to look forward to because, well, more content always coming out here on the iRacing.com platform, and you always need a little bit of those iRacing credits to get the next track that comes out. I think we're just 2 weeks away from getting another track here on iRacing, so thank you to Mr. Radiator's Auto Service. So, race fans, 35 laps coming all of our ways here tonight. Dean Reynolds picked up a heat race. Will he have a good starting spot here tonight? He will. He'll start on the front row of our feature. What about Brian Walson, Joey Lattisaur, or Clay Christopherson? Those drivers all going to start towards the front here tonight. They have a good shot at this one. That doesn't mean somebody like Randall Dixon or Rob Lowell starting from deep in the field won't have a chance, because they do. How about we get that full starting lineup right here, right now? The G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series starting lineup here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park looks like this. Starting on the front row, car number 79 out of Syracuse, New York. That'll be Dean Reynolds. That'll be the Venom Racing, number 57. That'll be Brian Lawson, starting at 2. Starting at the number 3 here tonight, car number 23. That'll be Joey Lattisaur. That'll be Clay Christopherson, car number 51, starting in P number 4. Speedy Percent in the 03 will roll from the 5th spot here tonight, while Matt Barber, car number 16, will go from 6th. Justin DeRosier back there in car number 29D will go from the 7th starting spot, while Rylan Banks, car number 76, will roll from 8th. 9th will be the number 28 of Jeff Sharp, and Trevor Giroux in car number 75 will roll from 10th. Starting back into the 11th spot, that'll be Anthony Roselli with Tyler Neff in car number 41 going from 12th. 13th, that'll be Scotty Reohm. Chad Lackey in car number 66 will go from the 14th starting spot. 15th will be Matt Taylor in car number 51. Then it'll be Mike Brewer back in the number 39, starting in 16th starting spot here tonight. Andrew Regal in car number 8 will go from 17th. Then it'll be Steve Ritter back there. He'll start car number 16 in the 18th spot. Kelly Wheeler will start back into the 19th spot, while Michael Vitale will start back there in 20th. 21st will be Glenn Sharp. Rob Lowell in 22nd. Brandon Garand in car number 4 will start in 23rd. Then it'll be Randall Dixon. That is the starting lineup here tonight. 35 laps coming our way in just a couple of moments. Hawk bars down the front straightaway and around. Going to go to the number 4. Watch looking back off the griphacks.com number 4, Riome. That's what will bring out the first caution flag here this evening. All the laps so far here in our feature have been led by the number 57 of Brian Lawson. Ritter is still out there, just taking a look through the lineup here. There's Sharp. And yes, Scott Riome will just start shotgun to the field here. No harm, no foul. We'll get them all lined back up. A dispute at one position, so we're going to go around at least one more time here tonight, race fans. So while we have you for just another second, we got to thank once again all the sponsors that make everything happen here with the 802 series. We got to thank G-Stone Motors, of course, for being our primary sponsor here with the series for the last 4 seasons. So thank you to G-Stone Motors, along with thank you to the Super Dirt Car Series, Mr. Radiator's Auto Service, Expert Installation, and BG Graphics. Without their continued support, race fans, we wouldn't be here tonight to bring you this virtual racing action from Volusia. So we thank them, and we also thank all of you for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Wouldn't rather be anywhere else. Lights are out, though. 2 drivers not making the call here to the feature. Car number 51 of Clay Christopherson and the number 51 of Matt Taylor not making the call. So 22 drivers here tonight making it to the green flag. Green flag back into the air. Lawson down low. He'll slide it up in front of Reynolds, and he'll try to storm down the back straightaway with the race lead as we're back under the green flag condition. 3 wide into turn number 3. Reynolds lifted just a moment, but he found a little grip as we're come 4 wide off of turn number 4. At the line, though, it was the number 57 of Lawson. Reynolds thought he was going to slide up in front of that number 57 in turns 1 and 2, but did not quite make it. He lifted out of it to live another corner. The respect between these top 3 drivers right now of Lawson, Barber, and Reynolds, who ran 3 wide all the way around the speedway, did not make contact with one another at all. It'll be 5 laps officially in the books here, this time by and Matt Barber making the inside work. Lead change at the line. No. Lawson, once again by the bumper bar, leading the way here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park. As they battle here for the race lead, just a couple spots back. Trevor Giroux back there, Ryland Banks, Chad Lackey, and Brewer all battling it out. This time, though, slider at the line. Give it to the number 16, Matt Barber. That time will take the race lead. Look at them as they go down the back straightaway. Lawson was able to throw the slider in turns 1 and 2. He got the race lead back. Here comes Barber. Barber will go down around the bottom. He'll go catfishing now, this time in 3 and 4. He'll take the race lead right back, and this time he will not allow the number 57 of Brian Lawson to go to the bottom in turns 1 and 2 to throw the slider on him. He's got that inside lane working here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park. Look at this, 4 wide back here. 4 wide racing. That's Giroux down around the bottom. Lackey, Banks, and I believe that was Lattisaur. It was the number 23 of Joey Lattisaur all the way to the tippy-top side of the speedway when they were 4 wide racing. They had it 4 wide. Look, Brewer's in there. Here comes the 03 of Speedy Brissett. He had the quick time tonight in our qualifying session. Qualified in through his heat race. As these drivers all battle up here for position, one driver that's picked up the most spots says, oh, as I was going to talk about him, he's involved in a little bit of a scuffle back here. Still making a little contact. Couple drivers trying to get it pointed back into the right direction. Caution lights. caution lights as we were just about to talk about the number 11 of Kelly Wheeler. Caution lights come out. I believe the 213, Michael Vitale, was not able to keep that car pointed into the right direction. That will be the cause of the caution flag, but it all started in front of him. Look, right there. I believe that's Ritter and Wheeler making contact, and then Rob Lowell trying to scoot through there. Everybody fishtailing, and right there is where the caution flag is going to come out. Right on board here with the number 213. Right on board. Where was he going to go? No hole. Trying to move down, and then Rob Lowell was there. And then take a look at this. Right there comes Andrew Regal. Andrew Regal just sneaking through. So Vitale going to have to start at the tail of this one. Wrong place, wrong time for him as everybody was fishtailing in front of him, just trying to get these modifieds back up underneath one another. Race leader is still Matt Barber. Barber is our race leader here. Just trying to take a quick look. Of course, our stat guy not here tonight, so I'm trying to flip through these books manually. As we got at least one more lap, so I can quickly look this stat up. I wanted to see how many starts here that Matt Barber has with the series. And of course, it's just not playing nice with me. Our books here are pretty old and kind of dusty. We have a stat guy for this. There we go. Barber making his 13th official A main feature event. Picked up 3 poles in his time. And 1 feature win. Give it another go here as the pace truck will pull off, completing the second caution flag of the evening. It's all cleaned up. We're back racing. See if Barber can get that bottom side rolling once again. Here comes Dean Reynolds. Down the back straightaway he comes. He'll take that second spot away. He'll slide up in front of the number 57 of Lawson by the bump. Lawson back to third. Now he's got a battle with Lackey. Lackey down around the bottom. Brewer down around the bottom. 3 wide back there. Giroux in the middle. Banks around the outside. Racing inside the top 17 spots. All side by side. Saw Lackey look to the inside there on Reynolds. Wasn't able to complete the pass fully that time. He'll wind it up down the back straightaway. Give it another go. See if he can get the bottom. How about Lawson there? What a run through 3 and 4 he had. He was almost 3 wide there on the exit of turn number 4. Backed out of it. Giroux and Banks back there have been throwing haymakers at each other. Brewer's just back there kind of looking, saying, I don't want to get involved. Here comes a slider. Chad Lackey going to throw the slider on Reynolds. Move Lackey into P number 2 at the line. Barber, Lackey, Reynolds, 1, 2, and 3 with Lawson, Banks, Giroux, Brewer, Brissett, Lattisaur, Nuff, the top 10. As you see the next side-by-side battle, Giroux and Banks, they've been side-by-side all night long. Where Monkey goes, C goes with him. Banks now going to run the middle, seeing if he can get around the number 57. That is Brian Lawson in car number 57, rolling into the 4th spot. Lawson has lost 2 spots since the drop of the green flag, while Chad Lackey, who's running second, he's picked up 12 spots, double digits. That is a 1 and a 2 equaling, well, put them together, it equals 12. I learned how to do math. Brian Lawson says, I know math, and it's I'm 4th, trying to hold off the 5th and 6th place driver right now. 3 wide, as that is Banks in the middle. Little contact, little bumper bars banging off each other. Lawson going to drop 2 spots there, but he'll try to cut it back through the middle. 3 wide off of turn number 4. It'll be Giroux down to the bottom. Giroux to the bottom, the 57 of Lawson was trying to squeeze back into 3 wide with Banks to the outside. Hard-nosed racing all through the field. One driver trying to work his way back through the field. That is Kelly Wheeler, and of course the 213 of Michael Vitale. Both them had a rough start along with Scotty Riome. They're all battling back here right around the 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th positions respectively on the speedway. Barber's got a little bit of pressure, though. Here comes the 66 of Chad Lackey as they start to work upon lap traffic. That's the number 21. Rob Lowell just ahead of the race leaders as we're closing in. I didn't even notice it. Closing in on 10 to go as the caution lights. We will not get the traffic as the caution lights are on. Caution lights, I'm being told, for the 016 Steve Ritter. Ritter making his first start on the dirt side of things, qualifying in through his heat race. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, Brandon Guerin going around in turn one and nowhere for Ritter to go. Right on board here with the 16 of Ritter. Looks like Scotty Riome and Brandon Guerin getting a little contact there, and around the 4 of Guerin went, and Ritter had nowhere to go. So that's what puts us under the caution flag for the third time here tonight. It was just getting good at the front of the field, as Barber and Lackey were about to duke it out at the front of the field. Not inside 10 laps to go, race fans, so we will keep them doubled up here 2 by 2. It'll be Barber to the inside, Lackey to the outside, Reynolds to the inside of row number 2 with Ryland Banks to the outside of row number 2. '75 of Giroux will line up to the inside of row number 3 with with Lawson to the outside of him. See if we have the Giroux and Banks battle it out. They've been side by side over half this race so far. So the third caution flag will come to an end as the iRacing.com pace truck will make its way to the safety of pit road. This time all 4 lights are out, ready to go. It'll be 12 laps remaining here. Barber with a great start to the inside. Reynolds got a little piece of the inside retaining wall. He'll open up the door. Here comes the number 75, Trevor Giroux to the inside. Reynolds makes one mistake, and they make him pay for it. It's Lackey, Barber, Banks, Giroux, Lawson. Now Reynolds back there into that 6th spot, and he's being put under pressure. Here comes Mike Brewer. Brewer in the number 39 down around the bottom side of the speedway as the double high fives this time. It'll be just 10 more times around the speedway here tonight at the Volusia Raceway Park. With just 10 laps to go, it is time to put all the chips on the center of the table and hammer down here tonight. So Lackey taking the top spot on that restart as we watched Reynolds have a little bit of issues. As you still watch this battle back here, 3 wide. 3 wide with Banks, Lawson, and Giroux. They've been 3 wide for over half this race, if not more. Little kiss on the outside wall that time at the flag stand for number 16 of Barber. Keeps it pointed into the right direction. Brewer has picked up 9 spots here tonight so far, and he's looking for more if he can just get around the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. Reynolds in that purple machine working the outside of the speedway. Just trying to take a peek to see if we had any other drivers that had some hiccups in the beginning of the race. If they're back into the top 5 or 10, they are not currently. Vitale is the highest running driver that had some issues here tonight. There you see the number 213, the yellow machine. He's back in 15th running position. With 5 laps to go this time by at the line, Chad Lackey has a 5-car length lead over Matt Barber. There you see them working down the back straightaway. That number 66 Billings Racing entry of Chad Lackey. Picked up last week's win, trying to pick up another one, go 2 for 2 on the season. So Lackey has 4 more times around. Banks, though, trying to hold off the hungry hippos that are behind him. Giroux and Lawson are right there. Reynolds still trying to get back into this one here tonight. 3 more times around, and a little bit of a slip for the number 79 of Dean Reynolds. How about Tyler Nuff? He's working his way in here. Speedy Brissett trying to go around the outside. Brissett has lost 3 spots since the drop of the green flag. Trying to get a couple of them back as the old popsicle sticks wind them up. Here they are. It'll be 2 more times around Volusia. Lackey opening it up even more now. Almost 7-8 car lengths for that number 66. He'll see the white silk in the air this time. It'll be the white flag lap here tonight, presented by G-Stone Motors. Throws a slider on himself in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time. The 66 of Chad Lackey's got to negotiate 3 and 4, and he'll pick up his 2nd win of the season to be Lackey, Barber, Banks, Lawson, Giroux, Reynolds, Brewer. Nuff going to beat out Speedy Brissett and Anthony Roselli to round out the top 10 unofficially here tonight, as your winner is going to be the number 66 of Chad Lackey. Goes 2 for 2 on the season. Take a look at the unofficial results on the left-hand side of the screen here tonight. 35 laps here at Volusia. All but 2 drivers making the call to the starting grid here tonight. Matt Taylor and Clay Christopherson not making the call. So as you see them there, race fans, we'll talk to all 3 of those drivers here in just a couple of moments. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Let's hear what those 3 drivers down there have to say after 35 laps here in Florida.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Everybody has some kind of a hobby, and seems that mine was collecting stuff. I've got to the point where I've had to get rid of some of this, and G-Stone Motors, they didn't take anything in trade. I'd trade my Caterpillar D4D bulldozer for a pickup. I think it's great service for people to trade in something. The G-Stone Motors team is a great group of people that I would recommend to anybody.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back to the Volusia Raceway Park here, race fans. 35 laps here tonight for the G-Stone Motors 358 Modified Series presented by the 802 iRacing League, officially in the books. And I can tell you, nobody was cheating. I was told that very quickly. Well, hey, I'll let that up to you, race fans. You tell me what you think after these interviews. What do you say we kick it trackside here tonight, though, and talk to the top 3 drivers? And let's start things off with the driver that finishes P number 1 for the second week in a row. How about it, Mr. Lackey? Another great showing, but you had to work for this one.
Oh, for sure, Roger. Heat race there, I wasn't very sure on what the track conditions were going to be like till I got out there, and it was just single file. My car was quick. I just didn't have enough to get by anyone. It was just like someone had to make a mistake, and just a lot of waiting game there in the heat race. But feature definitely turned around a lot. There was definitely a lot more lanes to run. As you could tell, like there was a lot of 3 wide. Everyone was side by side. It was honestly great race.
It looked
I'm at a loss for words for sure.
We could tell, and this is your favorite part of the night. Not the racing part definitely isn't your favorite. We know it's over here talking to me. But you started 14th here tonight. You talk about the racing being exciting. What did you see coming through the field? Because there was a lot of 3 wide racing. Where was this car hooked up?
Honestly, at the start, or right in the middle. I could drive it in nice and hard, and I would feather the brakes just a little bit until the car would set for me, and then it just hooked right up and managed to get by a few people there at the corners. But all in all, what a turnout tonight. 36 cars. Of course, I don't know how many people went home there, but glad they could still come out and race there tonight with us. But all in all, hats off to everyone for that type of racing. Less cautions than last week, so that was an awesome turnaround. Yeah, just keep the momentum going. Next week, I don't know. I think is it Lucas Oil that we're at?
Oh, I should know that, shouldn't I? Nope, Knoxville.
I would hope so. Knoxville, okay. Knoxville's a big track there. It's nice and wide. Get a lot of good racing there too, as long as the track is 2 lanes. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that.
Well, we look forward to seeing you next week at Volusia. But hey, you do also pick up the Mr. Radiator Auto Service Hard Charger Award here tonight. So before we let you go, why don't we roll this red carpet out, hand you the microphone, and ask you who's on the side of this number 66 that makes it so darn fast out there.
Got to start with Billings Motorsports, Yurishi Media, Tommy Guns Customs for putting on this wrap for me. Of course, I got the right one on. Last week I had a different one on, but this week I got it right. So yeah, it's Tommy Gun Customs. Got to thank them. All the guys in Discord, of course, you saw there earlier. Me, Rylan, Shane, Matt, Justin. We all just put so much time and effort into this iRacing simulator. It's just it's awesome.
There you have it. A man for not so many words, usually race fan Chad Lackey, though, picking up his 2nd straight win here with the series. And he also does pick up the Mr. Radiator's Auto Service Hard Charger Award here tonight. Driver, though, that will finish 2nd. Talk about a charge. How about it, Mr. Barber? Started back there into that 6th spot. You were able to work your way into P number 2. What did you need here tonight to go up there and get that number 66 and wrangle the Gator here in Florida yourself?
I needed Chad to be slow. No, that's never going to happen, right?
You needed a big block.
Exactly. I needed the big block under there for that one. But no, I'm speechless about that race. We were doing 3 wide for the lead. You always love to see that. Good racing with me, Dean, and Brian Lawson. It was just a good night all around. I mean, all of us Northerners were up near the front all night long, and I'd say it was a pretty damn successful night for us. I don't know. It was just fantastic. I don't even know what to say.
It's like I got these hands and I don't know what to do with them. That car, though.
Exactly. I'm like Ricky Bobby over here.
Yeah. That car, though, looked real good down around the bottom. Did you get worried late in this one, though, that the track was going to start to really migrate up top and maybe create that berm and just not where this car was ready to go?
It was high side for most of the night, and as the race went on, I just kept trying absolutely everything, sliders, both corners, bottom, both corners, high side one, bottom the other. Is just keep trying everything to see if you can get an edge over anybody. I mean, yeah, that was it all race long. I mean, it was a fantastic race.
Well, hey, a great race for you. What do you think, though, headed to Knoxville? You got that berm down around the bottom side.
I'm not. I've had some good luck at Knoxville in the past, but so I don't run there very often. So I guess we'll see how it goes.
Well, we look forward to seeing next week if you can carry that left front all the way down around the bottom sides of turns 1 and 2, along with 3 and 4. So what do you say, though? Who makes the pretty number 16 so fast?
Well, the one that makes it pretty, of course, is Tyler Bowman from Vertex Graphics, putting on a good, fantastic wrap as always. Got to thank Tessier Mechanical, all my boys here, of course, getting the top 3 shutout for the race, and of course everybody else that we race with. Like Chad said, we put a lot of time into this, and it's just a great time all the time. And everybody watching. 802 Racing Leagues, G-Stone Motors, of course you, Roger, for putting on an amazing broadcast, and thank you for coming back this season. I think that's about it.
Well, shucks, he makes me blush, race fans, with that pink number on the side and his so kind words. Matt Barber, though, in that number 16, looking good down around the bottom. He'll pick up P number 2 in the feature here tonight. One of the drivers, though, that put on one of the best shows, how about it, Ryland, that number 76, putting on a show out there tonight. 3 wide, 4 wide, 2 wide sliders, and the only thing you didn't do was pick up the win.
Oh, man, I worked for that one. I got pretty lucky with some restarts there, getting to start on the outside, thankfully. I'm not great at the bottom at this place. Joey Laddister and I were running pretty close together. Him and I got a bit of contact. I apologize for any of that. Trevor was with me pretty much the whole race. And, man, I did everything I could to hold him and Brian Lawson off there at the end. I saw Matt and Chad doing a slider line, so I just copied that. And, man, once it hit 5 laps to go, my hands started shaking. I wanted this one.
What did you need within 5 laps to go when you got the third? You started to break away a little bit there. What did you need to get around Barber or Lackey tonight?
Probably Matt to take Chad out. I think that was that's what I needed. I was hanging on for dear life. Trevor, I believe, had the speed on me. I just had the positioning, and I just did my best to hang on.
Well, it was some of the best racing we have seen, but we see that every Tuesday night here with the 802 series. You know, good start here tonight. What do you got, though, when we head to Knoxville, Eldora, and then we really go from the larger tracks to Lucas Oil?
Knoxville, I haven't raced there much, and it's never really gone too well for me, but I'm hoping to get a better turnout there. Eldora, that one, I like Eldora. That's a fun track, so I'll be looking forward to that one. Lucas Oil, though, yeah, we'll talk about that when the time comes.
That's kind of how I felt here when I said it, but hey, you didn't cheat by reading my notes, I can tell you that. Whose notes you were reading tonight, I don't know, but a great run for you here. You put on one heck of a show. Before we let you go, though, the 76, we know it has somebody out there that, 1, makes it look good, 2, makes it go as fast as it is.
Well, I want to thank G-Stone Motors for putting this on, first of all, and you, Roger, for broadcasting. I want to thank Vertex Graphics for my wrap. He did a bang-up job on this one. Gator Tough, Billings Motorsports, Lens Cove, and the Galley. I also want to thank Urishi Media. All the guys Chad mentioned, Matt mentioned, that we spend so much time racing together and helping each other out, and it's finally starting to show for me. And I thank my girlfriend for supporting me through this, and anybody else watching.
There you have it. Call him the showman here tonight, that is for sure. Ryland Banks picking up P number 3. Top 3 here tonight at Volusia, all hailing from north of the border. I know I got booed when I was at the dirt track at Charlotte a couple years ago, cheering on, well, the Northerners. I don't know what it is. The Northerners seem to be able to run these modifieds really well in the South here in the United States, whether it's Charlotte or right here at Volusia. So, hey, Chad Lackey picking up the win, Barber second, Banks in third. Of course, that Mr. Radiator Hard Charger Award going north of the border here once again with Chad Lackey in car number 66. So with Volusia in the books here, race fan, where does that leave us? Well, that leads us going to the sprint car capital of the world, but you can keep your sprint cars because we have 358 modifieds. That's right, the 358 modifieds on December the 2nd will invade the Knoxville Raceway. 35 more laps of these 358 modifieds will be there. So for everybody at G-Stone Motors, for everybody at the 802 iRacing Series, we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show here from the Volusia Raceway Park. And until we catch you in Knoxville, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.
At G-Stone Motors, our customers know the value of hard work. So we work hard to find them the right vehicle. G-Stone Motors, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.